Hello, good day, good people. How is everybody doing this evening? My name is Tolu, and I would like to welcome everybody to today's episode of Tea Time with Toolz. The real question here is, who is Toolz? Since I said my name is Tolu, how come are we having tea times with Toolz? Well, for those who don't know me, Toolz is my pet name. So people call me by Toolz just in case they don't want to call me my real name, which is Tolu. So, for those who have followed the first, the second episode, perhaps the third episode of Tea Time with Toolz, you know what we do here. What we just basically do is have fun. After a very, very stressful day, a day where you either have insulted somebody in Lagos traffic or somebody has insulted you or one way or the other, because sometimes even if you feel like or you think or conclude in the morning that you're going to have a good day, it just happens that somebody just crossed your path and you just have to curse. Especially in this Lagos. That's a story for another day, but I guess that's the reason why we are doing this show, so that we can just distress, vent. Sometimes it's just good to vent. We are not all perfect. You cannot just be bottling and swallowing emotions. It's just good to vent. And this is like a show that we can talk about things, get to have fun, get to drink some tea as well. Tea time. Speaking about tea, we have a lot of tea to spill in today's episode. Remember that on the last episode, I said I was going to give a little hint, some hint that I know. The truth about it is that I'm not perfect, but I think I'm a little knowledgeable. So the knowledge that I have, I will share. The knowledge that anyone has, what you should do is download in the comment section. You should go ahead and post your knowledge. So it is an interactive podcast. It's just not me. So if you feel like, oh, you want to contribute or you have like first-hand information about anything that we are, talking about, spilling tea on, you can just feel free to just put it in the comment section. I'm pretty sure everybody would like to learn. There are so many people that are joining or listening to this podcast because they just want to learn about the things that we're talking about. So it's interactive. I'll say my part. You can go ahead and say your part too. Download in the comment section. So before we start to spill the tea, for those who are just walking in, who have not changed into their comfy outfits, everything we do on Tea with Toolz, we do it natural. No overly dressing, whatever, just your comfy outfit. Whatever you wear to bed is whatever we wear on this show. So if you are still in your suits, you're still in your shirts, you've still not gotten in your night comfy wears, I would like you to go do that now. Don't worry, you'll not miss anything. Wait, I'm very kind. So wait. We'll be right back because anyone who is not on their comfy wears needs to go get on the comfy wear. So we'll take just a couple minutes and we'll be back. And then when we're back, we'll start to spill our tea.
Food for your office, church, birthday, or special event? Stop calling multiple vendors. With Insta Delivery, send one WhatsApp message and get multiple food vendor options that fit your budget. Message Insta Delivery on WhatsApp today. Are you a business owner looking for a custom software solution? Whether you're in logistics, e-commerce, product distribution, or any growing business, we've got something special for you. For a limited time, the first 100 businesses will get a fully functional custom software solution for just 50,000 Naira. Need an inventory system, delivery platform, customer portal, business dashboard, or another custom solution? We'll build it for you. Visit instadelivery.org, click Request a Demo, and let's discuss your business needs. Only the first 100 businesses qualify. Apply today.
And we are back. So now I believe that we are all in our comfortable attire. If you're still wearing your suit or still not in your comfortable wear, you're violating code 111 of Tea Time with Toolz, and you shall pay the fine. We'll come back to you later. Without us talking about our sponsor, why are we here? Get company with a sponsor this podcast. Tea Time with Toolz is sponsored by Instant Delivery. And Instant Delivery is a software company that provides software solutions to organizations and individuals. If you want to find more or know more about what Instant Delivery will be doing or are currently doing, click on the website down below, www.instadelivery.org, to learn more about the features or the services that Instant Delivery actually offers. As a matter of fact, most of the things that we'll be talking about today is centered around our sponsor. Last episode, we talked about how hard it is, easy it is to be a CEO. And I see a lot of our comments, right? I believe that from my last conversation or the ideas that I shared last, some people commented, reached out, and I also got to find out that no matter what you're feeling, you're not the only one that is feeling like that, because everybody that reached out, they also have their own experience. Some are even really, really worse than what I went through when I started Instant Delivery. Oops. Yes, I'm the CEO of Instant Delivery. So technically, I'm sponsoring the show. But that's not how it works in business, because the show and Instant Delivery, they are two entities and they are treated separately. But that's a story for another day. We'll talk about entities in the further episode. But right now, let us focus on the topic that we've set aside for this particular episode. As I was mentioning, right, there are a lot of advantages that individuals can get or grab from partnership. Last episode, we talked about partnership as part of being a CEO, right? And I remember saying, well, this episode, I'm going to talk more about how individuals who want to make extra income, or maybe how do you make passive income, something like that. So what are some of the things that you can do to make passive income? What is a passive income? That's one question we should ask ourselves, because it is only when you understand what a passive income means that you would even know if you need a passive income or not. Some people are comfortable with one job, right? But some people need 2, 3 jobs, not because of anything, but it's just because they want more. It's one thing for you to pay your bills, and it's another thing for you to pay your bills and be able to save more. There can be emergencies, there can be contingencies that can come up in life, miscellaneous expenses, and those you need extras to be able to take care of them, especially as a CEO, right? One thing a CEO has to do is always be resourceful. You always have to know how to make money, because especially if you don't have an investor yet, making money should always be your goal. But what are some of the ways that you can make money? affiliation. What I mean by affiliations is partnering with people who have like minds as yours. Some of us wants to get into business. Some of us wants a passive income on the side from our 9 to 5 job, 8 to 5 jobs, something like that. But you don't know how to get across this passive income, or you don't know the means that you can take to find this passive income. And then you now be like, oh, there's nothing out there. There is no income out there, only because you're looking into one direction. You always want to look into multiple directions. And you have to know what direction actually exists before you can determine what direction you want to go. You can't go to where you don't know, and you can't think about the things that you don't know. So you always want to make sure that in order for you to get a passive income, one, you have to be open to several means of making money, several legitimate means of making money. So let's talk about affiliations and partnership. I'm going to use instant delivery as a case study in this matter. Recently, instant delivery just came up with a promotion, and that promotion just doesn't help individuals, it even also helped the country in its whole. It promoted entrepreneurship. And of course, little businesses, small businesses, you'd be surprised, are the ones that even make higher margins than businesses that have grown. Small businesses have even more customers sometimes than businesses that have grown. Small businesses get more traction than big businesses. A lot of factors plays into it. And one of them could be people might think, oh, I can trust a small business. I can manipulate a small business. The price that a small business would give me is cheaper. Perhaps a small business would not be as rigid or official as a big business. So people gear more towards small businesses, right? So instant delivery thought about that, and instant delivery actually put out a promotion that helps small businesses who wants to venture into logistics. There are a lot of people that do not have money for an asset, meaning you don't have money to buy the bikes or buy the vehicle that will be used in transporting the product that needs to be delivered. You don't even have a streamlined process of managing orders between you, the customers, and the rider. All of these things are criteria that you should have, of course, before you start a logistics company. You have the idea. Some people would be bold enough to even go ahead and start. They will just maybe do word of mouth, start with family and friends, talk to a few people or agency that does hire purchases. Maybe some people would not even go that route. Maybe some people would just talk to independent riders, like independent riders who wants to partner with them. There are a lot of ways that you can make a passive income. But the first thing you have to ask yourself is, am I ready? Do I know the means? If you know the means, do I understand that means? With instant deliveries promotion, we had over, I'm not going to mention the number, but it was a lot of people that applied for this promotion. If you look at it, it's a win-win for instant delivery and win-win for the new companies. Instant delivery set up logistics businesses that are 2 years and under. Instant delivery set up logistics businesses that has little to no customers, but you must have a little traction. You don't have to be big, just have an idea, or maybe even have a start in the business. It could be anything as little as just speaking with the client or having one client. Instant delivery empowered such businesses with a streamlined tech solution that can connect their customers, connect their riders, and the tech solution that they can also use to manage their business. Most of the participants that participated in this, now they have even more than 20 customers that they are picking up and dropping off for. Some people are even going ahead of trying to or thinking about making a hub. They started with nothing, and the only thing that they just needed was an affiliation with instant delivery. And just because of that one affiliation, look at how big they currently are. So when you are talking about making a passive income without your own personal income, you have to now think about what sources can I affiliate with? Who can I speak with? Who can I partner with? But this is one thing as well that kills me. I don't want to say talentless persons. Everybody have talents, right? But some people are so talentless. I'm sorry, but the truth just have to be said. It's not like they don't have talent though. They have talent, but they don't believe in themselves. And their talent just exists like it doesn't exist. Some people's talent can just be as much as speaking. Like when they speak to somebody and they try to convince the person, boom, you are in. There was one slang 2, 3 years ago, maybe the slang still exists. They say Yoruba demons. And the reason why they're calling them Yoruba demons is just because when they tell you something, you will fall for it. And that kind of thing. I don't know who they tell. I don't know who tells it, who receives the telling, but something like that is being said and they fall for it, and then the victims that fall for it comes to cry and say, oh, your bad demon have told me this and I fell for it. It's a talent. Once you have that talent, you can dish out the talent to anyone, but you just need to know, what talent do you have? Dancing is even a talent, but it will not be useful in this case, right? If you don't even have that talent that will help you affiliate or will help you start the business, you can talk to a friend. You know, there's so many companies out there that are looking to partner. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid to take a step. If you don't take a step will not become a step. It's only called a step if you take it. If you don't take it, it becomes dormant idea, right? So you always want to make sure that you're taking a step. Don't be scared. If you, I don't know, I'm sure some people be asking, oh, the promo. Oh, I did not tell you the amount Insta Delivery set up the solution for those businesses. It was only 50,000 naira. With 50,000 naira, those people got 3 applications. One application that the customers are using to request the pickup and delivery. 2, the one that the drivers are using to receive it, to go deliver it. And 3, the one that they are using to manage the whole operation for 50,000 naira. It's a tech solution. It comes in app, comes in web and mobile app. Instant delivery, they did that one. I'm not even being sentimental because I own the company. Just letting you know what the company has done is really great. But if those business owners did not come or take a leap of faith to say, hey, I have this idea, right? Because for instant delivery to bring up such idea is because they've already had people requesting for it. We had a few entrepreneurs come to us and they're like, oh, I have 15 customers, I have 10 customers. This is how hard I worked. This is what I did to get the customers. I'm working with such and such driver. I had to go to a relay gomu. I had to go to this one. I had to talk to the drivers personally. And I got the drivers. When I hear stories like that, I try to encourage people like that. So having one person, 2 people, 3 people come in to tell me, oh, can we have a solution that can work with our pocket? The budget that we have is really, really little. Our solutions mostly are used by enterprise companies, right? But outside of the enterprise company, I should not neglect the grassroots. I need to also think about small businesses, one-person logistics companies, things like that. So when I had people approaching instant delivery had to come up with a business model that creates a 50,000 package for entrepreneurs. So if they had not engaged me, how would they have a package as dope and as powerful as that? They're literally getting an infrastructure for 50,000. And now with that infrastructure, majority of them have grown. they've scaled up. You'll be surprised how easy it is to scale up. So, in other words, for you and you and you and you that are still sitting and still dependent on one job that doesn't even pay you half of your expense in a month, you need a passive income. And if you have a business that you believe you need a tech solution for, reach out to Instant Delivery. You just don't know how they can help you. Book a call. See how you can partner with them. I mean, Instant Delivery is one company. I'm sure there are more. If you want to do something like recruiting, if your goal is maybe to be recruiting and be recruiting for other companies, that doesn't even require cash. That maybe just requires a tech system that you can just kind of like a LinkedIn, why don't you just partner with a tech company? See how they can help you. It's a matter of yes, we can do it. No, we cannot do it. But you having to swallow that idea back because you believe that you might not have somebody that will help you. Dead that thoughts. Don't think like that. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You just have to be able to take a step. I believe we've said a lot in this episode. Very insightful. Go and sit down and think about it though. Okay. I hope I was able to touch somebody today. I want to hear all of your comments too as well. What do you guys think? What are some of the challenges that you've gone through and you believe, oh, this is not just working, that is not working, It's easy for you to say that because you're a CEO. It's not easy for us that are still growing. Let me hear all of the thoughts in the comment section. Drop it. And then maybe next week, I can pick somebody from the comment section, invite them over. Maybe not on the next episode, but I can invite them over sometimes, and then we can talk about one of the pain points that is disturbing you or blocking you from making a passive income. This is a very great topic. I love everybody. I'm really excited that you guys, thank you for your time. I'm excited that you guys shared your evenings with me. And like always, I'm Toolz, also known as Tolu, and I'm the CEO of Instant Delivery. I'll see you guys on the next episode. And as you guys all know, it's all love here. I love you. I'll always love you. Instant Delivery loves you. And we are always open for business at any time that you have a business idea. See you guys. Bye.